In this video, I would like to share with you the main things that you need to protect yourself from when selling shares in your company to investors. First off, I need to do the disclaimer. This comes from years of our team's experience at raising finance through angel investing, venture capital, investment banking, and crowd investing, but this video was not created by a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer, and this should not be seen as legal advice. We engaged a top city lawyer to construct what we believe is the correct and fair level of protection for your company when raising finance, particularly through crowd investing, but you should seek legal advice, and we take no responsibility for anything that may arise from following this advice or using our documents. Secondly, if you apply to raise finance through BnkToTheFuture.com and choose to crowd invest, we have created the most simple and easy process possible to help you make the right decisions and save you legal costs. That being said, here are what we would like you to consider as the main issues to protect yourself against when seeking finance from investors and the crowd. You are able to protect yourself and investors through two documents, a shareholder's agreement and/or through a company's articles of association. The Articles of Association is a publicly viewable document that anybody can view by contacting Companies House. Your shareholders' agreement, on the other hand, is a confidential private agreement that needs to be signed by all shareholders but is not publicly available through Companies House. When raising finance through a crowd investment, we recommend that you choose to update your Articles of Association with Companies House rather than getting all investors to sign a shareholder agreement to save you time and hassle. When you set up your company, you may or may not know that you most likely agreed to a template version of your company Articles of Association. This does not protect you well when taking on investors for your company and misses some very important points that could come back to bite you as your company evolves. So if you are raising finance through BnkToTheFuture.com, you will need to update your Articles of Association with Companies House if you successfully raise finance, and you will need to display them on your crowd investment pitch for investors to view at all times. Once the finance is raised, this allows you to update your articles without needing signatures from every minor shareholder. Remember, if you use a shareholder's agreement, you will need to get everybody's signature. If you have smaller shareholders, this may not be the most important thing to them, and they can delay the process of you receiving funds. By using a BnkToTheFuture.com crowd investment, we created templates for you to save you both time and cost. Remember, these are the main points, but you should read through the whole document yourself or consult a lawyer to understand them fully. If you use our template Articles of Association, then all you need to do is add the missing details to the document we make available for you to download when you create your pitch with us. Here are some of the main things that we got our top city lawyer to add to the Articles of Association template for you. Voting rights. By using these articles, you will have created two classes of shares in your company, A shares and B shares. If you offer A shares to investor, they get full voting rights in your company. If you offer B shares, they get no voting rights in your company. If you use the Companies House default template, every shareholder has full voting rights. So if you wish to offer non-voting right B shares to investors, then you will have to update your articles using this document. Otherwise, everybody will have full voting rights. You may be completely happy with offering full voting rights, or you may decide to offer voting rights to larger investors only. We make this flexible for you and your decision when you create your pitch, but you are only able to offer non-voting shares if you create this new class of B shares. This document does that all for you. Pre-emption. Our document gives you the right to sell your shares in your company in the future and issue new shares should you wish. This means shareholders cannot hold you back and stop you issuing new shares if you need to raise more funds in the future, attract new people to the company through equity, or any other reason. Drag along. If you are a majority shareholder and decide to sell your company, this forces other shareholders to sell their shares with you, meaning the minor shareholders cannot stop a deal happening because they refuse to sell their shares. This is very important when you have a crowd of shareholders and you do not have this protection when you use the Companies House template. This document achieves that for you. Tag along. This means that if somebody buys your company, the offer they make to you when they purchase your shares has to be made to all other shareholders too, protecting your investors from getting a bad deal and feeling shortchanged. This again saves you the hassle later. These are the main things that are important when raising crowd investment finance that Companies House did not protect you for when you use their template, and we have gone to all the trouble and expense to do this all for you. When you submit your pitch on BnkToTheFuture.com, we walk you through this step by step. By using our process, you have provided all the information in a transparent way to prevent disputes should they arise later. All investors in your company have agreed to all terms, subject to you submitting the Articles of Association with Companies House. This also prevents the need for you to get signatures from all shareholders on a shareholder agreement, but you still have that option should you choose to add more terms through a shareholder agreement. You just need to upload any shareholder agreements before you set your pitch live. We have digitized the whole process for you to make raising finance as simple and easy as it can be in what traditionally has been a very complex, expensive and long process, where many companies' investors sign up for investments without the correct level of disclosure and protection. We have done a lot of the hard work for you at great expense, and when you download the document, we have made it obvious what you need to fill in. Your company name on the cover and on the first pages on 3 occasions, the date, and the nominal value of the shares in your company. When you created your company, Companies House would have asked you to give a nominal value to the shares in your company. This may be 1p, £1, £100 or anything you set. You will need to add this value to your document. If you don't know this, you can look up your company on the Companies House search page and download your documents, which are worth having on record anyway. Actually, we recommend you create a due diligence folder on your computer where you file away all important documents like company formation documents, employment contracts, trademarks, etc., as investors may ask for these before they invest. That aside, if you cannot find the nominal value on your documents, then there is a number you can call on the Companies House website and you can ask them to provide you with the nominal value of the ordinary shares in your company. You will need to enter the value on 2 separate places in the document. So once done, you can simply export the articles into a PDF and upload them to your pitch for investors to view should you wish before they invest. This prevents many problems arising later. If this is displayed to them on your pitch, they agree to them at the point of investment and you are protected as they had the option to view them and you were fully transparent. You're trying to prevent problems arising later. So if you have not done so already, start to create and continue creating your pitch with BnkToTheFuture.com. Download your template articles, read it carefully, consult anybody you need to consult, fill in the gaps, PDF it and add it to your pitch. Job done. I look forward to seeing your pitch go live to the investor community.